Stompar Gamer here, and today I'm playing a little bit of Elite Dangerous. Again, still been really busy with life, work, and just everything. Got a couple of minutes here while the mother-in-law takes a kid to daycare. Wife just headed off to work, so let's see how much I can get done in a couple of minutes before madness again descends upon me. Homesick with a cold, so didn't have to go to work like I was originally going to. So I'm going to try to get some Star Trek Online done, some Star Citizen done, some Elite Dangerous done. But first stream is going to be Elite Dangerous. Game I've been playing a good bit on the road because I find internet-wise, this game can be played on pretty much anything. My laptop is happy to play it pretty well on cell Wi-Fi, crappy internet Wi-Fi. Been pretty good. So a couple of thoughts. Again, most of you know me first from Star Citizen and Star Trek Online. Elite's a relatively new thing. I've been busy in Elite. Actually, let's show you how busy. So we go to statistics. I've earned a total of basically 1.5 billion credits in game. I've spent 335 million on buying ships and 720 million on outfitting them. And I've gotten a couple of bounties. I've been doing some combat. Not a lot of combat, just a little bit. A little bit of crime. Most of my crime has been oopsies in the mail slot, getting in and out of a base or parking on the wrong parking pad. Tried smuggling once. Gonna have to do some more to unlock an engineer. Trading. I have not done as much trading as I would have thought. Mostly I just sell crap I've picked up. Mining. I've done zero mining. I'm not sure I have any desire to mine. I've done a lot of exploration. I've visited 1,800 systems. I've made 45 million energy credits from exploring systems. I made almost 1 million from just one system. And I've jumped a total of 53,000 light years for 2,485 jumps. So a lot of exploring there. And I've played this game for a total of about a week. So 1 week, 2 hours, 14 minutes. That's time played in game. And only 19 kilometers in an SRV, so I haven't done a lot of ground exploring yet. I intend to do a lot more of that now. Done a lot of passenger missions, 955 passenger missions. A lot of tourists, some heads of state, soldiers. 387 criminals, which I've moved away from because honestly they're just too much work. 93 disgruntled passengers comes from those criminals because they're wanted, you get jumped, you enter combat, and then they say, oh no, we're in combat, and they eject. Really? You're a wanted criminal, I'm transporting you, and you get upset because a few shots are fired? Go to hell. So yeah, 79 have ejected. Search and rescue missions, I haven't done any of those yet. I've done a little bit of crafting, not a lot. I hired one crew member, and that one crew member has gotten 10 million credits from just being associated with me, so yeah, they're happy. Haven't done any real multi-crew yet, and again, so there's some of those things. So let's show you the stuff I've got. So shipyard-wise, I have a couple of ships I've purchased in-game. Again, unlike Star Citizen, you can buy ships in-game with earned credits. So, actually, also unlike Star Trek Online, you do not need to spend real money to have ships. So I've got my Asp Explorer I'm using as a bubble jumper. What that means is basically it's got good jump range, so I can go unladen 44.68 light years in one jump. It's pretty maneuverable, pretty fast. You'll see I've got a big fuel scoop on there, so I can fuel scoop quickly from stars. A little bit of cargo, very light shield generator. Detailed surface, discovery. I do not have a planetary lander. I do most of my exploring from space. I don't land. Lightweight alloy, all D-rated except the frameshift drive, which has been engineered for extended range. And yeah, so this is just my bubble jumper. Next ship is my Python. Currently the Python's not geared out very well, because I've kind of cannibalized some of the gear for one of my more recent purchases, which you'll see in gameplay today. The Python I've been using as my data/cargo runner. So basically it's a good all-around ship. You'll see the jump range is pretty low. It's only 18.9, 21 unladen. The shields and armor are really low on it because, again, I cannibalized some of the gear. You'll see there's no utility mounts. It's got a 6A shield generator, little bit of cargo. And the reason I cannibalize some of it, and I'm going to be fixing that today, I'm going to buy some more stuff for it, get more cargo capacity. I'm going to change these weapon loadout a little bit and make it a little bit more powerful. Because this is my latest purchase. The Federal Corvette, which is an awesome ship. So basically, this one, not super fast, really crappy jump range, but what it misses in that, it makes up for in shield. It's got almost 1,500 shields, almost 2,000 armor. Again, unengineered, so it will have a lot more when I'm done engineering. Even 192 cargo. I'm running 3 beam lasers, 2 multi-cannons, and a pulse cannon. Some shield boosters, chaff, kill warrant scanner, weak scanner, shield generator, some cargo, fighter hangar. So yes, I have an NPC and a fighter. I can launch the fighter and the NPC defends me. A frame shift interdictor, so I can pull ships out of frame shift. Some hull reinforcement, planetary vehicle lander, collector limpet, so I can pick up crap in space without having to scoop. Advanced discovery scanner, because every ship should have one. And some other fun stuff. Mostly all A-rated. Life support's D-rated. Sensors are D-rated. Because, meh, you don't really need them. And then the ship I'm currently in is my passenger Conda. So basically, it's an Anaconda, which I use for passenger missions, as you'll see in the optional internal. I got a big shield in case I get interdicted, so I don't have to worry about taking too much damage or hull damage. I can get away and hopefully not lose a mission. First class passenger cabin, first class, business, economy, business, and then a little bit of a cargo rack just in case they want some extra garbage. And that's really it. The core internal, kind of a mix, just whatever I had lying around or thrown on it. And hard points is literally whatever I had lying around. This is not a combat ship, not a combat build. I got a 3B plasma accelerator. I got a random multi-cannon, random pulse laser, multi-cannon. Just random whatever I had laying around. Again, I haven't done any combat with it. It kind of flies like a truck, so I'm not sure what combat I'll do. But again, what I wanted to talk about today is just what you can do in game. I've done two other streams of Elite. Haven't gone into too much depth with it. So this is the cargo and the whole trading system in game. Star Citizen kind of has this. Buy here, fly somewhere else, sell there. This is a little bit better and more efficiently handled. So when you look at, let's say, hydrogen fuel, you can see what you can, if you want to sell it, it'll sell for 80 credits. If you want to buy it, you're going to pay 84. The galactic average is 122. So what that tells you is that this is below average for purchase, so it's probably good to buy some and sell it somewhere else. But it's not a huge margin. You look at something, let's look at a galactic average. It's high and low. So basically you look at everything and you buy low, sell high. Pretty common sense. You scroll down here and you try to find something cheap. Cheap to buy and usually sells high. So obviously platinum, if you had it from somewhere else, this is a good place to sell it, but they don't even have any to buy. So this is the buy column. It's the price to buy. The demand is pretty low for platinum, but the supply is low. So probably if you had someone, you could sell it for pretty good. So again, all the different stuff. Lots of different stuff you can look at to buy. I haven't done too much with this. I imagine you could probably make some good money space trucking, but I haven't messed with it much. I've been doing mostly missions and passenger lounge. So in the missions, you can come in here and you're going to have each system will have different factions. The different factions will have different types of missions: legal, illegal, planetary scan jobs, donate credits to earn rep, anything with a skull, prohibited technical blueprints, stuff like that, boom time deliveries, liberate. So these are combat missions. So all these different missions you can do in here. You can do spec ops, which we need a skilled pilot to perform some wet work. Provide more details when you reach Sothis. Collect your reward from New Dawn. Basically, go find someone or something and kill it. So straight up combat. You can do data delivery missions, which you're just delivering data. So courier job, deliver data to this station. That's it. No cargo space needed. These are the ones I used when I started out with a brand new ship, the little Sidewinder. It had no cargo, no weapons, so all I did was pick up these, stack them, and go to New Home. Go to a different station and deliver them. So these are good ones when you're starting out. If you got cargo space on there, you might see ones similar to that are to take cargo from one place to another. So something like this, deliver 40 units of bio-waste. I don't have enough room for it, so it's a requirement not met. But you could deliver bio-waste. Passenger lounge, like I said, this is where I've made most of my credits, actually, is doing what I call VIP passenger missions. Funny, I'm an airline pilot in real life flying people, and now I'm flying people in game. Kind of a dork. So you look through here, this guy's paying you 35 million credits, or exquisite focus crystals, or modular terminals. So you can look at the rewards here. So you can get straight up credits, rep and influence. You can get a trade item with some rep and influence, or you can get a manufacture item, so it's something you use for engineering, for credits and influence. Usually I'd pick this one. It's less money on the payout, 32 instead of 35. But these, instead of having to go look for and mine these, you're just being given them. This guy wants to go to the gray sector to explore. So you can look at it and say, alright, well, how far away is that? Why is it not showing it to me? Usually it's supposed to take you to it. Let's try someone who's closer. Could be it's too far away. So let's try something like this one. Yeah, so this one takes you right to it. So he wants to go to Sothis. 8.9 light years away. So these are the ones I've been taking because they're easy. You pick them up, rich tourists, take them to Cirrus Atmospheric, laid back, low value, neutral, demanding. I ignore their demands because I'm a pilot. Ask your flight attendant. And it just works out well. But again, this is the big caveat. Does not react well to danger. Hull damage will dramatically reduce their satisfaction. Reality is hull damage will result in them saying, I hate you, you're horrible, I'm going to wait till you get back to station, and before I pay you, I'm going to leave. It's basically what ends up happening half the time. So I try to avoid combat, but like I said, I got shields and weapons if I need to usually just kind of stand off and hold them off till I can jump away. Let's see if sky motion will show up on the map. So this one shows up on the map. So this is where he wants to go. Middle of nowhere, closest system is 12,751 light years away. You could hit plot route, and it would show you your route. It's still calculating, but saying 12,000 light years, it's going to take you a long time. So you can see the route there. That's where we're going. That's where we are. Is that worth 18,000 credits? No. Not really. I mean, 18 million credits. You can pick up, I can fill up my passenger ship with these 1.2 million credit missions. I got 9 slots, so I can make 12 million credits in 10 to 15 minutes versus 18 million in probably 18 hours. Let me think about that. So again, a lot about this game is just figuring out what's good for making money quickly. Because again, you want to have the money to spend. Cartographics, when you do exploration, if it's more than 20 light years away from the system you're in, you can sell it, and that's how you make money. So that's using a detailed surface scan, etc. Contacts, this is where you turn in bounties off wanted players and NPCs, where you pay off your fines. Black market, this is where you would sell black market goods. I have nothing to sell, so it just kicks me out. If you find black boxes, wreckage, occupied escape pods, you turn it into the escape and rescue. If you do combat in a combat zone, you would turn it in here. So all the different stuff you can do in the game, which is currently a lot more than you can in Star Citizen. You can do engineering, So I could engineer my frameshift drive. I think I've already done it to the max level possible. I need to go to a planet and get some phosphorus, which is a raw material. I don't have any raw materials because I haven't done any mining. If I do mining, I would get some. Thrusters, same thing. To do the next level, I actually need to go talk to the guy to earn the next level. So again, different stuff you can do there. This is a neat feature that I wish Star Trek Online had, I wish Star Citizen had.
Anti-slavery organizations unite. Princess
In-game radio channel that plays you the news. How freaking cool is that? You can go into this and it brings up a browser so you can select which news you want to listen to. This is in-game news. It just kind of lends to like the universe. You know, knowing what's going on in game. Stuff develops, Thargoids invade, systems down, different community projects that you can pick up. All this is available to you in the game, which is really neat. So definitely something I wish Star Citizen had. Star Trek Online kind of has it, but it's always like in the launcher news, and it's not even RP level usually most of the time. It's just, here, buy this. So definitely something neat that I like. You can adjust your appearance. Now this is where Frontier kind of emulates Star Trek Online. If you want something different, chances are you're going to have to pay for it. So you get your free one, but if you want this one, oh look, if it's blue, that means you got to pay for it, pay for it, pay for it. So again, they got to make some extra money, I guess. So I'm okay with it since it's literally just appearance items, which is great because if you go to outfitting for your ship, and you go to livery, and you want to do a different paint job, yeah, sadly, you got to paint for it. And some of them are really cool, some of them not so much. Why would you want your ship to glow in space, to make it an easy target? I don't get it. I mean, yeah, it kind of looks cool if you're in an anime, but you're just making yourself a giant target. There are some paint jobs I really like this military desert. I think that's cool. I wouldn't mind having it. But again, it costs real-world money. I don't have any of that right now. I have a 1-year-old, so I'm not going to spend it. So then going back to here. Engineers. This is the engineering that you can do. This is one of the newer things added to the game, and unfortunately, it's almost crucial if you want to really be competitive on the PvP side. To do this, and it involves a grind. You have to go and mine, search for goods, do bounties to get stuff off of players and ships and NPCs, meet different requirements. So I have to level up this Rubia Blue Mafia reputation to get this lady unlocked. This guy, I have to get 50 or more combat bonds, and not just combat bonds, but Federation combat bonds, so a specific kind. So again, different levels of grinding you have to do to be able to even go talk to these guys. But then once you do, and you're here, you can engineer power distributors, pulse lasers, missiles and mines, missiles, scanners, frameshift drives, shield generators, and the stuff you can do is pretty impressive. You can pretty much double the performance of your ships. So that's pretty cool and pretty important. I haven't done much with power play. You can back a specific group within game, and what that does is it makes you allied with that group, but then kind of puts you at war with everyone else. So if you go to a system if you back Felicia Winters, and then you go to a system that is backing Zach Hudson, now you're an enemy. So you're free game for any of the players in there or NPCs. Not something I would think of doing, really. So let's go now. So we covered outfitting. Shipyard. Let's switch ships real quick. Let's get into my brand new baby. So this ship required a reputation grind with the Federation. I did that using data courier missions and cargo transport missions in my Python. A lot of work, a lot of time consuming. You earn good money when doing it, but it's a lot of just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I did Seos to Sothis, which are two systems in game, and pretty decent. Let's go over here. Let's go to my crew lounge. Activate my one pilot. I could have more, and I could have more fighters, but I just have one because she takes 5% of my profit. I picked her up when she was harmless, and then as she's leveled up, she's now novice, her profit share goes up. That's how she's earned 10 million credits off of me. And to level her up, you have to do combat. And if I wanted to, I'm not going to do a whole lot today, just a little bit. I could get, well, I'll grab one or two limpets just to show how limpets work. And let's go randomly find some combat. Just to show the combat side. And again, this ship is not fully built. It's going to cost me close to 1 billion credits to get this outfitted like I want. This has weapons off the Python, off the Anaconda, off my Asp. Just literally random stuff laying around. Yet it's still pretty powerful. Controls, I'm using a HOTAS at home, hands on throttle and stick. On the road I use a mouse and a keyboard. Both very playable. I hear keyboard and mouse is better for a lot of people. For me, I have much better luck with the HOTAS. Again, because I'm a real world pilot, I'm used to a throttle and a stick. That's kind of how I fly airplanes. Big ship, little mail slot. Why didn't they design these mail slots bigger? I'll never know. I'll turn around so you can see the station. So there's the station. Now you'll notice it rotates. And it's a rectangular mail slot. So you have to rotate your ship and get it through the mail slot. You have something like an Anaconda, which is a relatively large ship, but it's also a fat ship. It takes up almost the entire mail slot. So not only do you have to be very careful about how you fit into the mail slot, you also have to rotate your ship to get it through the mail slot. And heaven help you if you get stuck in the mail slot, they will blow you up. Yeah. That's my biggest gripe of this game. Of all the things that are already trying to kill you, home system tries to kill you? What the hell? Anyway. Moot point. It is what it is. Let's head to... We could go to a high intensity conflict zone. Low intensity. Let's go low intensity. Why? Because, yeah, I'm still learning and still a noob. I'm sure if someone watches this YouTube video that's an avid elite player, they will look at me and say, what a noob. Yeah, I'm a noob. I'm a dad. I'm a full-time job. I play when I can. So this place is relatively close. So this is Super Cruise. You can go faster than light in Super Cruise, but it's not what you use to travel between systems. You use your actual frame shift drive, and you jump from star to star. Some of my previous videos, you'll see that. I have a feeling, I haven't researched this or explored it, but unlike Star Citizen where it's a giant universe and galaxy and everything is just in one giant map, I have a feeling that each system is its own map, and the jump drive is actually a loading screen. So when you jump from system to system, you're not moving within the giant galaxy per se, you're moving from different maps. So again, I haven't researched that, but just kind of how it feels. Because I've noticed that the jumps take a different length of time depending on my internet. So if my internet's slow, it takes longer to get to the system. Interesting. Again, could just be a quirk. I have not researched how they've done their build. But again, I have a feeling that's how it works. And you know, you can't argue with 60 frames per second. Now, the graphics aren't as good as Star Citizen. The ships aren't as detailed. The systems aren't as beautiful. They're pretty, don't get me wrong, but they're not as good looking. Star Citizen, when it comes out, if it ever comes out, is going to be gorgeous and amazing. And it has legs. You can walk around your ship. You can fight on the ground. You can do everything you can in Elite Dangerous, but in first person and third person view. Mostly first person. But what I'm talking about this is I'm finding Elite an excellent placeholder for Star Citizen, to the point that if Star Citizen never comes out, I'm not going to be that upset because I have something else to play. Would I rather play Star Citizen? I don't know anymore. I'm definitely enjoying Elite more than I thought it would. When I first tried it, I hated it. I hated the controls, I hated the combat, I hated the flight model. But the more I've been playing it, the more I'm finding all the different parts of the game and finding it very enjoyable. Unfortunately, the game doesn't handhold you, so it doesn't show you where to go, what to do, so it makes it rather difficult to figure out everything. Alright, so let's see. Let's pay a little bit of attention here so I don't overshoot. No loop of shame today. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to come into this conflict zone, and there'll be two groups fighting. And I have to pick a side, and then I'll fight for the other side. Fight the other side for my side. So unfortunately, it's a good way to die. And my rebuy for this is 29 million. So if I die, I'm going to be out almost 30 million credits. So we're going to try to not die. We will run before we die. Some more power to engines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in, and I'm going to boost to the very edge of the furball. And then from there, see who's winning. And then I'll pick that side. So right now everybody's green, because I'm actually allied with just about everybody in this system. So I can just boost to the edge. Not really on the edge. Why do they all gravitate to me? Let's see, so we've got Deep Space Clan. Deep Space Clan. Liberate Ceos. Liberate Ceos. I'm seeing a lot of Deep Space Clan. So let's pick their side. Let's deploy our fighter.
Stand by for deployment. Fighter is going live.
Pick our side.
We've got multiple hostiles here. Let's take them out one at a time.
No shit. And let's do orders and put her on defense so she doesn't randomly start attacking.
Defensive mode, Commander.
Alright, who's the closest enemy? There's our closest. Ooh. He's all by himself and he's an expert. I'm already under attack by someone else. I may have picked the wrong side here, so we might have to
Fire
run.
Commander, what are your orders?
Fighter's already
Let's
destroyed.
take the beating.
Oh
Not sure
yeah.
how much more of this I'll be able to handle. The fighter just brought the big one.
Alright, I
Commander.
got her. Yeah. Fighter assembly assembled. So basically she's using telepresence, so she didn't actually die. The fighter got destroyed. But right now that means I'm out here just by myself. Which isn't necessarily horrible. So like I said, I got beam lasers and multi-cannons. Yes, I know that I picked the wrong fight today. Alright, our shields are almost down. So, see ya. Pick the wrong side running away. I'm not paying 30 million. I know I'm under attack. Oh. How? Who's still shooting me? And from so far away? away, run away, run away. Alright, my fighter's back. What's my hull at? Still 100%, so not bad. More power to shields. I'm gonna guess this is the guy that's still chasing me. Yep. He really wants me dead. So we're gonna have to fight. I need to target his power plant. That's what I need to do. Over, wrong side. Power plant. Alright. Alright, so right now my beam lasers, I don't have them in range, but my beam lasers are attacking his power plant. His problem is he's using missiles. I don't have anything for missiles on this ship yet. Now keep in mind, these are the police of the system, so they're not necessarily easy to kill. They are engineered. I am not. They use things like chaff. I'm not good enough to use that yet, because I keep forgetting to switch. I should be using it right now. So my modules are going out. I need to launch my fighter.
Roger that. I'll take care of the mothership, Commander. Fighter is online. I'm ready when you are.
Whew.
That's one for me, Commander. Things were a little weird for a second there.
Yeah,
more
no shit.
hostiles detected.
Okay. So we live. Let's pick up some items from this guy then. So let's see, hybrid capacitors. Let's pick up some conductive components. We only got 2 limpet drones, so this just to show how that works. So the way this works now is I've sent out 2 drones. They're going to go out and pick up items and bring them back to my ship. Now, unfortunately, they're disposable, so you use them. You're out. Oh, shoot. I thought I did. Okay. Whew. So again, you have to have your cargo hatch open. Again, this game doesn't tell you, hey, idiot, you need to do that. Now, let's show you how you have to do it if you do not have a collector limpet. Bottom left, you'll see that little kind of target box. You literally have to scoop your cargo, which means you have to go slow, line it up, and it's really annoying. So, collector limits are pretty awesome. Alright, let's see, how are we doing? 100% hull, 100% shield, and I lost 1 fighter. So overall, not bad. Could be better. And they're still at it. So again, just wanted to show you guys what combat looks like. I thought I put... oh no, I didn't. Oops. Let's bring the fighter back. There we call. Not that it really
On
matters,
my
you
way,
just rebuild
Commander.
them.
Fighter retrieval commencing.
So again, I don't know. I've definitely enjoyed the game. I haven't played it a huge amount. Like right now, I have no idea how to get a third-person view to see the outside of my ship. I'm sure it's under controls and options and keybinds, and I could set it up. I just haven't done it yet. Been too busy playing. Yeah. So again, Federal Corvette, fun ship. Once I actually get it geared up and with better weapons, it should be pretty awesome. I'm using weapons that are too small on some of the slots because that's all I had. It's got 2 huge hard points, what's called huge hard points.
Process complete, Commander.
And in those, I only have medium weapons because that's what I have right now. I need to do some more grinding and figure out what build I want to use. There's lots of websites online you can use to figure out the proper builds to use. Navigation's kind of clunky, as you can see. You kind of go through here and select where you want to go. This is where your transactions, you can see I just earned 32,000 credits from killing that one target. That was a lot of work for 32,000 credits. Combat does not pay awesome. Contacts, if there's someone in range, it'll show under here. Sub-targets, you saw when I targeted the power plant of the enemy ship, that there was all the different, I could put weapons, power plant, etc. So there's lots of different stuff you can target on a ship, so you can take out individually their modules, etc. I'm actually curious if he was doing that to me because we saw both of my pulse lasers went out. So let's see, modules. Health, 91, 85. Yeah, you'll see he was targeting modules specifically. My chaff launcher, I don't know why he targeted that, I didn't even use it. So again, he was targeting my modules, trying to take them out, rather than just taking out my power plant or shields. So that's luckily why I didn't die. If he'd focused on my shields, I probably would have died. So that was just a Viper. That's a small fighter. To show you just, it's a heavily engineered small fighter from an NPC, good AI, a challenge. If it had been a Corvette or an Anaconda, I'd definitely be dead. And that was a low conflict zone. If I'd gone to a high, I definitely would have died. But little fun. To play it smart, probably would have been just to do a little damage to each target and let the NPCs take most of the threat and kill each target rather than me getting in there. But I wanted to see what I could do with this build so far. Travel, you're going to do a lot of this in the game. But again, I find it a lot of fun. Combat's good. Trading, point A, point B, point C, point D. Passenger missions are usually take me from point A. VIP passenger missions are take me from point A to point B, back to point A. You can make a lot of money real quick. Exploration passenger missions are take me from point A to point B, that's way out in the middle of nowhere, and bring me back. You're not going to make as much money, but you will make some exploration experience. You can see here I'm an elite explorer from doing some of those missions, going out in the middle of the black and back. Elite's as high up as you can go. Combat, I'm only like 2 steps up. Trader, I'm like 3-4 steps up. And these are all from doing missions, exploring, regular fighting, defending myself. It's fun. There's different modes. You can play solo, you can play open, you can play private. If you join a wing, you can join a private group with people in your wing, or just have friends you want to play with online. You can make a private group, and that way you'll see mostly NPCs, and if you see a player, you know it's someone who's a friend of yours that you're playing with. Doesn't mean they're not going to jump you, just means when they do so, hopefully they won't actually take you to the rebuy screen. Sorry about that. Like I said, I'm sick. So, yeah, I mean, that's about all I wanted to cover. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm going to try to play some Star Trek Online today as well. I might stream some of the new Victory in Life missions and gameplay, because I haven't had a chance to really level up in that game yet. So a lot of it will be new. They just had a new patch and expansion. Star Citizen, I don't know, man. They keep pushing back what I consider key elements to be able to play that game. Object container streaming and bind culling, network bind culling. So basically right now, your computer is attempting to draw, broadcast, and update every entity on the server, which is stupid. It's a horrible way of handling the game. When you're on the other side of the system, I shouldn't really care if so and so just spawned a cutlass, but I do because my frame rate goes from 30 to 15, 10, 5, depending on what's going on in the server. Which I understand it. It's alpha. Well, it's been alpha for a long time now, guys. I canceled my subscription yesterday. I'm no longer backing via subs. I refuse to buy any ships. I've got what I've got, and when the game launches, if and when it launches, I'll happily play, and I'm sure I will sing its virtues and play the game and love it. But until that time, I'm not sure how much testing I'll do until they at least get those elements in game. Because I can't, in good conscience, tell people, hey, come join me in Star Citizen, let's play, let's test out. When I know most people's computers cannot handle it, most people's internet cannot handle it, and we're just going to end up being an exercise in frustration as they disconnect, as they crash, as they wait 10 minutes to load, get in my ship, and then crash. It's just not fun. There's no testing you can really do with that kind of connection or internet. So really... Oh, shut up, ATC. I do the same thing in real life. Really, my whole thing is I love the game, and I really do hope it succeeds. But I really want Chris Roberts and Eric Roberts to sit down with their devs and say, hey, guys, I know we have these lofty goals, but, you need to not listen to us when we tell you to add things and, say, hey, let's focus on making this more playable for the many subscribers and players we have. Because you're going to lose them. You're going to lose your players. You're going to lose your subscribers. And if you take too long, there's lots of nice games coming out on the horizon. You're going to lose people. And they may not come back. So let's see. From that combat, my repair is 60,000 credits. Restock 1730. Refuel 44. To make a grand total of 32. So a net loss credit-wise. And again, a lot of that is, my piloting. I need to learn how to pilot my ships better. I'm working on it. I just now started combat when I got this ship. Probably not the best of idea. I probably should have been learning combat in something smaller. But this was my goal ship in game, so I wanted to make sure I got it. And then now that I have it, I'm super happy, and it's time to gear it up and improve it. I'll show you the build I have on it right now real quick. Again, it's workable. I did just kill a high-level NPC. So I got a shield generator, 7A. Like I said, some cargo racks, a fighter. I might switch fighters. This one dies too easily. I might go with the Taipan. It's a little bit tougher fighter. Hull reinforcement, but then on the hard points, these are turreted beam lasers. So they're handy because I'm a bad pilot, so they can shoot my enemy when I can't even have them in front. But they don't do that much damage. And up top here, these are huge hard points. I'd be better off using something like a plasma accelerator, something that really hits hard. So I might switch to that up. And then you got multi-cannons and some pulse lasers. And again, a lot of it is knowing where the position of the guns are, how you fly, and whether or not they'll be able to hit an enemy in the arc. You can go with fixed, gimbaled, or turreted. So there's lots to learn in this game. I highly recommend that before you even play it, let's go to the main menu. So if you decide you want to try this game out, come over here and go to training. Do the training missions. Everything from basic flight to docking, combat, advanced combat, mining, using an SRV, ship launched fighter. So this is all very important. So far, the other ones I've done are up to here. Haven't passed this one yet. I should probably try it again because I've got a lot more time played, and I need to do these now that I'm actually getting into some of that. But at least at the bare minimum, knock out these first 3 before you try to play the game. You'll thank yourself. Alright guys, I guess that's it for now. I will probably be on later playing other games. Take care.